87 West, Tar Heel, North Carolina. And I am excited to be a part of Wake Up.
Any views or opinions presented on this program are solely those of the host and do not necessarily represent those of the owners, management, staff, advertisers, or sponsors of this radio station. It is not our intent to make any defamatory statements or infringe upon the rights of any human being. Any such communication is contrary to our core values and beliefs as hosts of Heartbeat.
Sharing information and inspiration. You are listening to Heartbeat on WIDU, the We Do Network.
ATC Tower, this is Heartbeat Flight 2026. Permission to take off.
Permission granted. Heartbeat 2026. Take off.
Shh. Heartbeat.
Listening to Heartbeat.
You tuned in to Heartbeat.
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 Heartbeat. You're listening to Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's Friday, and guess what? It's time for Heartbeat. We're here. I'm Dr. Ron Godbolt.
And I'm Tony Billingsley.
And we have Bishop Godbolt out of the office today. He's handling some other business, but we're glad we're here. So we're glad you tune in with us, and if you don't mind, share it with somebody else so they know that we're here. If you're on Facebook, then just share that post, and somebody else will know that we're here. And don't forget, you can call in here at this station, regardless to what you want to talk about. If we're not talking about what you want to talk about, then change the subject on us. But we might have to pull you back if we don't know what we're talking about, and then do that later time. Okay, so don't take us too deep yet. Okay, and you know the number been the same forever: 910-483-6111. I do want to remind you that at One Church Covenant Fellowship, and there are others, Tony, springing up all over the city, Grief Share, and that's a beautiful program. And we still have ours on Wednesdays from 10 to 11:30 every Wednesday. The church is located at 918 Person Street. You can call the church if you have questions, so you can get registered and get involved. 910-323-8889. And we also have a online on Saturdays from 9 to 10:30 on Saturday. Yeah, so call that number, 910-323-8889. You get some information on that.
Absolutely. We encourage you, if you know someone or if you yourself have lost someone that is close to you, Grief Share is an awesome program. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been through it, and I intend to go back at a later date for some refresher. Mm-hmm. As we like to say, it's not therapy, but it's therapeutic.
Yeah. I've been to a couple of the special ones, surviving the holidays and that kind of thing. Then I'm not there 5 minutes. I done learned something I didn't know, or something I could have done differently to help somebody else, or something that said was to help me. So It's real good stuff. Good and Bible based.
And Bible based. And a lot of times, we've gone for years as men and women in ministry, and when grief comes, it's difficult to find sometimes the right things to say or even the actions to do.
Yeah.
But that particular program, Grief Share, will give you insight into a lot of different areas of things you should say, things you should not say, and things you should do and probably not do.
Yeah, it would help you so much, because so often when this tragedy happened like this, and of course we're dealing with our own sister Sandy Cookman, her passing. When things like this happen, you want to help, and sometimes you don't know how to help, so you pretty much stay away, and that's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah. So this program helps you understand what you might need to say, what you need to do, and just give you some tips. And of course, everybody's different, but it sure helps you with your knowledge base of how to respond in these kind of crises.
Absolutely. And I also found that it really helped me in other areas of my life where I had experienced loss, loss of a job, loss of whatever.
Yeah. It's not made up. It's good people that studied this, and even the videos got people that have had lost themselves. So it's not something that people. Sometimes, you got people trying to tell you how to raise children. They don't have no children. They never had any children. That's kind of hard to swallow.
Kind of hard to swallow.
But these people have dealt with grief themselves, have had loss, and they share it from their heart. Brother Tony, what are we going to talk about first?
Let's move right into our topics for today. We're going to talk about the Reverend Jesse Jackson and his funeral, and also we're going to talk about the effects of the Iran war, what it affects is having on us as a nation and a world, and then we're going to look into March Madness.
Yeah. Exciting time for us basketball fans.
Absolutely.
And don't forget, we got the doctor calling in with health tips around 10:30. So we look forward to that. Yeah. Reverend Jesse Jackson's funeral, of course, was last week. We were going to talk about it last Friday. We never didn't get to it. But and everybody, if you've been in America for any years, you know Reverend Jesse Jackson. I never forget, I heard him speak. I don't know who was graduating, but I happened to be at Fayetteville State graduation, and they got Reverend Jesse Jackson to come in. Man, he could motivate and talk. Man, you'd be like, I can go out here and run down this street. I ain't got to drive home. I'm gonna run home because I got enough fire in me from what he said, how motivated he was, and I think he was getting ready to run for president, and he was sharing that, and I think like he said, if I don't run, I sure enough will lose.
Yeah.
But if I run, I might lose.
Might lose.
But if I don't run, I'm sure gonna lose. Yeah.
Yeah. He had an awesome way of looking at life and the things that life presented. He's a little older than us, probably about 10, 12 years older than us, and I always looked up to him as a student in high school and finally in college, because he was an activist and he cared about people.
Yeah.
He cared about the downtrodden. He was born in 1941 in Greenville. I think it was Greenville, South Carolina.
Yes, sir. I saw that.
And grew up there. And he initially went to school in Illinois, at the University of Illinois, to on a football scholarship to play football. But there he realized that his dreams of being the quarterback that he wanted to be wouldn't be fulfilled, and he eventually transferred to North Carolina A&T.
Go Aggies! Go Aggies! Yeah, and that's how Fayetteville State got him down here. Somebody was at A&T that he knew, and they were the contact. because he was a busy man. He's a hard man to get a hold to. And everybody was surprised that Phelps State got him for that graduation. So he didn't forget where he came from. He didn't forget people that helped him get to where he was.
Even at A&T, he was I think he was president of Student Government Association, and he was an organizer and an activist even then. And eventually he joined the Southern Christian Leadership Conference with Dr. Martin Luther King and helped spearhead the civil rights movement throughout America during that period of time.
Yeah.
So we really want to honor him, honor his legacy, and thank him and his family for what he did and what he espoused. No one is going to be liked by everyone.
Yeah.
And no one is going to be hated by everyone. I think as a nation, as a whole, I think, though, we could have done a little bit better job of honoring his legacy. I look at things and sometimes in a different light, and here we had Mr. Kirk, Charlie Kirk, to be assassinated and murdered, unfortunately, and the nation honored him by lowering the flag to half-mast, and we didn't see that for Jesse. So we as a community, an African-American community, have to do what we need to do to make sure that his legacy is not forgotten, because the things that he did really made a difference in the lives of many people, not just African Americans, but poor people throughout the land, because Operation, the Rainbow Coalition, Operation Push, was strictly for poor people.
Help them out. And, like you said, and that disrespect and not giving him the honor starts from the top, because if our current president had did something to promote that, it would have happened. If he would have said, he could have said, we're gonna do the flags, and he could have attended that funeral, that kind of thing. So it starts from the top.
At least representation from someone.
If he can't, the vice president
in government. Because I can tell you, you and I know from a personal standpoint that during the civil rights movement and times thereafter, when the nation was in chaos and turmoil, and it looked like violence might break out, especially in urban areas and inner cities, people like Reverend Jesse Jackson stepped in and calmed the waters. And help to move the situation along so that there would be more dialogue rather than violence.
And then you see, and I kind of remember this, when he personally negotiated with Saddam Hussein to release hundreds of Americans and other captives from Iraq. He also, under President Clinton's term, negotiated the release of 3 American pilots from Serbia in 1999. So, the other man, what has he done like that to help somebody? All he was doing, criticizing and saying all kind of stuff, very controversial, kept stuff going, no peace, just kept violence and uproar going, and they would lower a flag for him and want to make a holiday for him. If we're not careful, if we don't get some power or some people with some backbone, that might happen.
Sometimes we allow the pendulum to swing too far to one side, instead of honoring individuals who have done great things for our nation and for the world. We deify them, and we almost make them into gods or divinities, instead of just honoring them as men who have done something to improve the lot of people in the world.
And it's a shame that that I've heard people say that his funeral turned into a Democratic convention, but you got to think about it. He worked with these presidents, these Democratic presidents, and they want to give him honor, Obama and Clinton, and also that he was a Democrat. He ran a Democratic ticket, so all his friends are going to be Democratic.
Yeah, and not only that, he was the tip of the spear. If Jesse Jackson, along with a couple other individuals, I can't think of the woman congressman's name right now who ran for president. If they had not run for president, or at least attempted to run, we never would have had a Barack Obama in the White House.
Mm-hmm. Shirley Chisholm.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shirley Chisholm.
Yeah.
They were the forerunners.
Yeah, they stepped out, when it was just status quo got to run for president, and from a certain area, from a certain color, certain background, only got to run for president. So they stepped out and went for it.
Yeah, brought attention to the election, and it also planted the seed that there was a possibility that a minority could be president in these United States of America.
Somebody put on this, I thought it was pretty good, on that finances. It said his net worth is not to be compared with his effect on the economy.
Economy, absolutely.
On the nation, things he did. He didn't end up with a lot of money, but he made a big difference in so many things that he did, and really stepping out there. And even, you think about it, running like that, running for president, and he's of a different color. I mean, his life was being threatened. He was in a place that people didn't like that, but he didn't let that stop him.
Yeah. And as you say, he was a great orator.
Oh, yes.
At a difficult time when we needed someone to be able to speak for the people and the nation. And we'll never forget his saying, "Keep hope alive."
Yeah.
No matter what it looks like, keep hope alive.
Yeah.
So we thank Dr. Reverend Jesse Jackson for his legacy and his impact on our nation and his impact on our people. As he say, as young people, we looked up to him and somewhat wanted to be like him, especially if we could have some of those oratorical skills that they have. And as a matter of fact, I think some of the inner city kids, when they started this we call it hip hop movement, the rap movement, might have taken some things from Jesse, because he could make a rhyme.
He could make a rhyme, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just taking this moment to honor him, and we're glad that they did do what they did, but we know it could have been better. They could have let him lay at rest at Washington D.C. for a little while. They didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So that's.
And as you say, at times like these, we should be looking to come together as a nation and find the positive things that the individual did. Even as controversial as Charlie Kirk was, there were some things that he did positive that could help the nation come together in unity. And so we need to find that common ground also with Reverend Jackson, because as you say, his legacy crossed not only cultural lines and racial lines, but economic lines and political lines.
Yeah. And it's so it's so good that those former presidents took time to come honor him, and I know everybody couldn't get in there, but we needed every. We're so glad that some of them are able to do that. But again, he great man, did a lot of great work for our country, and he deserved to be honored for what he did. I mean, he was an activist from way back. I mean, he didn't even he dropped out of theology school just to make sure he could do the work, and got hooked up with Martin Luther King.
Dr. Ron, we have a caller on the line. It's a well-known caller, the Reverend Dr. Curitan Johnson.
All right. Let's hear from Dr. Johnson. Good morning, Dr. Johnson.
Good morning. How you all doing?
Doing
Good,
well.
sir.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to chime in just a little bit about Jesse Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably close to you all's age group. I might be older, but when I was coming up in college and high school, I was a Jesse Jackson fan, and I went into ministry at 26, and I patterned my preaching style after my father and after Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he had a kind of rat-a-tat-tat, come at you real sharp type of presentation.
Yeah.
And eventually I got my own voice and my own style.
Yeah.
But I did that. But one big thing that impressed me is how he could combine personal salvation preaching, but also put in there a strong dose of social gospel, liberation gospel,
definitely.
which some folks hesitated from doing.
Yeah.
But he could blend both. He could have you saying amen, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Then he said, let's get down the street and start marching.
That's right.
So he had a great, I met him in D.C. at a press conference one time. And, of course, I was in the background because Jesse going to step up and be in the front of whatever's going on.
Yeah.
And he had his flaws, but he was a great man at a great time when we needed somebody to transition from Dr. King's death and continue the movement. So I just wanted to throw that in there. He was one of the people I looked up to also.
That's awesome. Did you hear him when he came to Fayetteville State that time?
No, I don't. I probably wasn't in Fayetteville at the time.
Oh, okay.
I came here in '91.
Okay. Yeah.
But I heard him at Howard University when I was in D.C.
Okay.
And he lit up there too.
Yeah, I tell you, he make you forget you're in a civic center. Think you in church. I'll tell you.
That's right. He'd turn a civic center into a church.
He could do it. Yes, he could do it. Thank you for calling, Dr. Johnson. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your comments, Dr. Johnson.
All right. Y'all have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think we're getting ready. We're going to take a break, Brother Paul, and we're looking for the doctor to call in.
Dr. Nettie Kapoor to call in here shortly.
Okay. And then we'll come back with you in just a minute. That might be her calling right now. Yeah. All right. We're taking a break, and we'll be back shortly.
Vice President J.D. Vance will be in Rocky Mount today, and political experts say the location is no coincidence. That's because Rocky Mount sits in the Congressional District 1, a district Republicans in the General Assembly redrew last year and hope to capture this year. County election officials plan to finish counting ballots today in the primary election featuring Rockingham County Sheriff Sam Page, who leads State Senate leader Phil Berger in the GOP primary for their district in the Senate, which covers Rockingham and Guilford counties. U.S. Central Command has confirmed 4 crew members were killed when a refueling tanker went down in Iraq. The terminal in Wilmington International Airport was reopened following an evacuation on Thursday after airport officials received a reported bomb threat. No bomb was found. After several days of spring-like weather, a sharp drop in temperatures. Mike Rayleigh, NCI News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. At about 7 p.m. on March 12th, the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a shooting in the 4800 block of Back Bay Road in Fayetteville. A preliminary investigation revealed that an adult female victim with a gunshot wound was pronounced deceased at the scene. Her identity is being withheld pending next of kin notification. The circumstances surrounding the shooting remain under investigation by members of the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit. They say this is not a random incident and there appears to be no threat to the public. If you know anything about the investigation, call the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office at 910-677-5548. Several firefighters completed the Lieutenant Candidate Officer Development Program. That course involves over 60 hours of advanced leadership training, in addition to the hundreds of hours completed through their career development program before being able to test for a lieutenant's position. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
High pressure will continue to build into the area behind the cold front that brought showers and storms yesterday. So it'll be a chillier start to the day and a cool afternoon with lots of sunshine. We'll see warmer temperatures for the weekend. We start with clear skies today and temperatures cold in the mid-30s. Lots of sun for your Friday afternoon. Highs reach to around 60. We'll start in the mid-40s on Saturday, then highs by the afternoon will reach to around 70. I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the NCN Weather Center.
Wake up, catch the vision, join the team. This is Pastor Reginald Johnston of My Father's House Christian Church right here in Fayetteville. We want you to wake up and join the team. Behold, how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It's good when we come together. We're one body, many parts. We desire that you wake up and join the team. It's good to be a part of Wake Up. Wake up, join the team. We will see you in Jesus' name. God bless you.
Hi, this is T.W. Campbell.
And I'm Patricia Campbell
of the Refuge Community Church, located at 2314 L.A. Dunham Road here in the God Bless city of Fayetteville, North Carolina. You can reach us at area code 910-483-6477. We're here to invite you to our early morning service each Sunday morning beginning at 8:30 in the morning. Our prayer is at 6 o'clock. Our intercessory prayer, Bible studies at 7 o'clock, which now is our Sunday school at night, and which we call the Word on Wednesday. Come and be a part of a growing community. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Hello, everybody. My name is Elder Betty Anthony. I attend Kingdom Impact Global Ministries, where our apostle is William T. Ford. I am here to introduce our powerful Easter production called The Crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Come and witness the story that changed everything. The date is April 5th, 2026. Our doors will open at 6 o'clock, and the program will start at 7. Here, we have Pontius Pilate, played by Pastor Travis Stroud.
Hello, everyone. A man was brought before me in whom I found no fault. But pressure was on me from the Jewish leaders, and I washed my hands from the blood of this innocent man. You all come out and see the rest of the show.
Again, come out on April the 5th. Doors open at 6, and the production start at 7 o'clock. Come and witness the story that changed everything. You don't want to miss it.
Get down, stop.
Well, we're back. We're glad to be with you. This is Heartbeat. I'm Dr. Ron Godbold.
And I'm Tony Billingsley.
And we're Heartbeat, missing one, but we're here, and we're glad that you call here. We've got a couple callers, calling in already, and we're looking for some more. You can call that number, 910-483-6111. Did I do too many ones? 6111. Okay, yeah. Make sure I don't get too many ones in there. All right, Brother Tony, what we got going on now?
Well, we got Dr. Kapoor on the line. Let's go ahead and get her on the air because I know she has some golden nuggets for us on today. Are you there, Dr. Kapoor?
I am, and good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back. We're missing you last couple times, Sam.
Yes. So today's golden nugget is about somatic exercise.
Oh.
And is that a term that any of you are familiar with or have heard before?
No.
No, we're gonna learn something new today.
We are. So we often think of exercise as a great way of keeping our heart health up, of increasing our muscle strength, of helping our posture. But most people don't realize that somatic exercises are a gentle, mindful movement that we can do as a way of alleviating stress. So when we think about stress, we have to understand that stress doesn't just show up in the mind. It shows up in the body. And when we're under chronic stress, that means stress that has been going on for a long time, our nervous system flips into a fight or flight response. And over time, this fight and flight response can manifest as pain in certain areas like the neck, the shoulders, the jaw, the lower back, and even headaches. So instead of just doing regular exercise, we can incorporate somatic exercises. And these are gentle, mindful movements that help reconnect the brain and body. And instead of us focusing on intensity, they teach the body to recognize and release chronic muscle tension that helps reset the stress patterns in our brain. So this can help improve our posture, reduce our pain, but also promote relaxation. And a few simple somatic exercises are very slow, intentional shoulder rolls. Again, they're very simple, but the idea is that we are mindful when we're doing it. We feel the movement, we understand that the tension is being released, and it's a very slow, conscious movement. So slow shoulder rolls are one, pelvic tilts are another, and that's when you lay on your back with your knees sort of bent, and you raise up your pelvis, you hold it, and then you drop it down. And this is great because our hips actually carry also a lot of tension in them. And sitting for long periods of time, this is the opposing movement to that sitting movement. And the last one is simple diaphragmatic breathing. So again, you can do this laying on your back, putting one hand on your chest, the other hand on your belly, and practicing doing that belly breathing that is deep, slow, and intentional. So it's important to realize that the body often holds the stress that the mind is carrying. And somatic exercises are a simple way to let the body understand that we can let this tension go.
Wow.
I like that.
I like that. That is so profound. I really like what you were saying about it being intentional, slow, intentional movements. As you were talking, I was thinking that when you move slow like that with intention, it almost takes you into a meditative state. And so, yeah, I can see the energy, that negative energy being released and your body relaxing.
And perhaps the next time, if I come in person, we can do just a simple breath work and a simple somatic exercise.
Yeah.
And I think you will recognize, once you open your eyes, the difference you feel before and after. And it doesn't need to be very complicated. It doesn't need to be involved. It can just be very, very simple.
Would music help, doctor, or would you recommend music or not?
Would I recommend, say that again?
Music in the background.
Along with the movement.
You can do music. There's a beautiful passage that I read about silence, and perhaps I'll read it next time. I don't have it in front of me. But you can start with music. Again, something that when you listen to it, your mind does feel calmer. It feels peaceful. It feels relaxed.
Okay.
So this is the type that you want to be listening to.
Yeah.
There's also vibrations, sort of vibrational sounds that you can hear online. And remember, vibration or sound carries vibrational energy, which then makes us feel a certain way, you know? And so those vibrations coming from that particular sound are very important. So if the vibrational energy is going to make you feel sort of energized and a little tense, then yes, that's probably not the best one. But starting with music is absolutely fine. I personally, my favorite is just to open the window and hear the birds outside.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And then eventually you can graduate to just pure silence.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing those golden nuggets. And I learned something new today about somatic exercise, gentle, slow, intentional movements that will help your body to relieve stress. Thank you again. And we're looking forward to seeing you and having you in person.
Absolutely.
All right.
Have a great day.
Thanks again for calling.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before we have a caller on the line,
Okay.
Dr. Ron.
Okay.
Joyce Miller, are you there? Miss Miller.
Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, good morning. Just want to thank you all for always being there and keeping the community, going and informed and just being the family that we need during these trying times.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. And I wanted to let you know, Teach All Nations, every second Friday we have our big food and grocery giveaway.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Today, yes, sir. So that's today, 12:30 to 4:30, and just asking everybody to come on out, and anybody that wants to volunteer. We have volunteers from 8 to 84 or 87, I think. So.
All right.
But yeah, and there's no registration, no ID. Just come on out and, just be a part of, blessing the community. We feed your body, we feed your spirit. And just like we do, except you guys don't feed the body, but you definitely feed the spirit.
All right. Thank you so much. And
Thank you so much.
And we want to get that word out because that's a blessing that y'all are doing to help the community. So you need to take advantage of that free food grocery. Just drive through.
That's Teach All Nations.
Teach All Nations.
12:30 to 4:30 today.
Yes, sir. And come early, and be blessed.
Thank you again.
Come and volunteer and bring a volunteer.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you all. Love you all. God bless you.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Well, that's another good thing happening, that people are still able to get food. If you need some, please take advantage of that.
As we segue into this next section about how we're being affected by the Iranian war, we know that prices are increasing because gasoline is increasing, diesel fuel, trucks, trains, and airplanes, they bring us food, and to the grocery store, it just doesn't show up. So it's great to know that a ministry like Teach All Nations is out there helping people in need. Again, that's today at 12:30 to 4:30. Teach All Nations.
Amen. So, talking about this war, Brother Tony, I think we've already seen gas prices. I remember I bought some gas right before they really started saying it was on. No telling how long it was on before they told us it was on.
Yeah.
But it was like $4.04. Of course, everything I got only uses premium. And then I went last week at $4.42.
Yeah, that's a significant increase. I think nationwide we're seeing anywhere from a 12% to a 20% increase in the cost of of gasoline. And as we know, gasoline and fuel costs affects everything that we do. Again, it says rising shipping costs and energy costs are likely probably to cause inflation and impact consumer prices at the grocery stores and other places we may shop. And then there's the market volatility. We've seen the stock market go up and down. It's on a roller coaster right now because of what's going on over in the Middle East, and strategically and militarily, the Iranians say that they're going to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, which is where 20% of the world's gas and oil comes through. So that's something that's significant. We're definitely living in a praying time. I think last Friday you guys had a prayer vigil. And I know some other churches are also having prayer vigils, and it's a time to seek God, because He said, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked ways," He said, "then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin." So it's a time to turn to God because of what's going on in the Middle East. When I was in the military, I always wanted to believe that if I was involved in a conflict or whatever the mission was, that it was a just cause. You're bound by oath to the Constitution and to the service that you're in to follow the lawful orders of that you've been given. But it's a good thing to know in the back of your mind that what you're fighting for or what you're doing is a just cause.
Yeah, and and like you said, Brother Tony, that 20% that's going to affect the world. We as America are going to see the increase in our gas prices and groceries. So springtime is almost here. This might be a good time to start planting a garden.
Start planting a garden. Absolutely, that's something that we can do to help with these rising food prices. Plus, it gives you something to do. You know?
And maybe somebody want to call in and tell us some other tips that we can probably do to try to cut down on this increase that we're going to see in gas prices. And of course, when you're dealing with your gas, you want to make sure that you're not just running out for one thing, two things. You kind of plan your day and say, well, I got to go to the drugstore, got to go to the grocery store, so I go up this way, stop by the drugstore, stop by the grocery store, kind of make it a circle. Then I'll start heading back home so that you don't go to the grocery store, come back home, and say, oh, let me go to the drugstore, and that's more gas that you're burning. So you want to kind of look at how you travel, plan out your travel. That should help with your gas prices. Now, our president, when this first happened, said it won't be long, these gas prices, but I don't know how true that's going to be. But we need to try to start thinking ahead of it. What can we do to cut down on this?
Yeah. One other thing also, Dr. Ron, is we need to be situationally aware. Unfortunately, there have already been some acts of violence in our nation that are being alluded to the fact that they might be acts of terrorism against the nation because of the war in Iran. So as you're traveling about and you're going to different places, keep your eyes and your ears open. If it doesn't feel right, then it may not be right. And if you see something that looks out of the ordinary, be vigilant and let somebody in a position of authority to do something about it.
Right.
Know about it. And those are just the times, unfortunately, that we live in, and we're probably going to see more of that kind of thing. America's a nation that was founded on protest and dissent.
Yeah.
And people are going to agree and disagree with what's going on. But hopefully they will go about it in a peaceful
manner. Yeah.
Peaceful manner.
And that's one thing about, like we talked about Reverend Jesse Jackson, you never hear him talking violence or or doing things to harm each other. He protested, but he
believed in the political and legal process of our nation,
and that's what we got to do.
And that's what we have to do.
Yeah. And when you're looking at these gas prices, when somebody tells you that some gas is at a certain price, you might want to go ahead and get your car and fill it up then. Because like this little writer said, because that 3 might turn into that 4 before you get back to it. So that's a good thing. Sometimes people put apps out there. Gas is so and so over on whatever street, and you near there, it's worth going ahead and getting filled up.
Absolutely, it's a good idea to not let your gas tank get below a certain point. My mark is normally a half a tank. I try to keep at least a half a tank of gas in my car. I may be filling up more often, but as you said, I try to plan my trips. And make sure that I'm not just out joyriding when I don't need to be.
And of course, when you talk about groceries, you want to kind of, stick with things that you can do without having a whole lot of ingredients that could be nice meals, but not you got to buy this and that and this. You want to kind of cut that list down as much as you can, because and then of course when. My aunt was the best at when something was on sale. She got a plenty of it, to have in your pantry,
and also stock up on some items. We're moving into hurricane and tornado season, so it's always a good idea to have a 72-hour supply of water and non-perishable items on hand that you can go to quickly and prepare a meal and get nourishment. But we know that. Because of the way things are, that our infrastructure is at risk, and our water supply, our fuel supply, and our energy supply could be under attack. So at any time. So it's always best to be prepared.
That's what they say is the way the enemy is going to try to come at us through those kind of things. So we be prepared. You're right about that.
Yeah. Well, boy, that clock is really moving.
It moves fast, ain't it? Yeah.
As Dr. John would say, this is the shortest hour in radio talk show history.
Well, let's change it. Get on a good note here right quick. March Madness
is here. It's here. We're into the final weekend. I think we have Sunday. We'll see the brackets come into play. But right now, I was looking at some people and things to watch in the women's basketball arena. The UConn Huskies again are at the top of the bracket. They have a number 1 seeding along with the UCLA Bruins, the Texas Longhorns, and the South Carolina Gamecocks. I tell you, women's basketball, especially on the college level, is really gaining popularity. I enjoyed watching the Texas Longhorns compete against the South Carolina Gamecocks. And they beat them this time pretty handily, where South Carolina had handled them pretty much at will before. So that'll be interesting to see if they meet again in the Final Four. Also, along with the Gamecocks and the Longhorns, the Bruins, and the Huskies, are the LSU Tigers. They have
Kim Murkey. She's
quite a coach.
She's quite a coach.
And they have a 16-1 odds that they can make the Final Four.
Okay.
Other teams that are probably going to secure automatic bids for the women's bracket are West Virginia, Gonzaga, and Colorado.
Okay. Now the men is so wide open, Tony. I mean, they got so many good teams.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it so wide
like
open.
this. You know, usually there's somebody at the top and everybody else is below them. But there seems to be quite a parity in college basketball now, especially with Neil. In effect, and people can move when and where they want to. It looks like
sometimes you don't know the players, but they be having a good team. One time, well, he played for so year for last, and then last year he played for so. You say, oh yeah,
yeah. Right now we have the Michigan Wolverines.
They're looking good.
They're going to get a pretty much number one seed along with the Blue Devils. Will be a number one seed. Arizona Wildcats. And the Florida Gators, and then we have the Houston Cougars. And I think we have a local connection with the Houston.
Sampson, he's from this area.
He's from the great county of Robinson County.
Okay. Representing. Well, listen, time is, as Tony said, this hour moves fast. Time is come and gone.
And remember, the only thing that evil needs to try